Is that the motion be agreed to? I call the member for Reid.
Thank you, Acting Deputy Speaker. If you're in any way interested in horse racing, and let's face it, next week there's not many of us that aren't, you would know the Callender name. The Callender family have been involved in horse racing in this country for a long time, predominantly through the pioneering work of Ken Callender, and of late his son Richard has followed him into the TV arena. The Callender family and my family go back a long way, Acting Deputy Speaker, and Richard lives in my electorate, and a few years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, he was on a panel on TVN and he got an email from a New Zealand viewer when the Soccer World Cup was on, asking his opinion of whether New Zealand could draw or beat Italy. And Richie, being Richie, said that if they beat Italy, he'd retire from TV for good, and if they drew, he'd walk between the 4 racetracks in Sydney: Warwick Farm, Rose Hill, Canterbury and Randwick. Lo and behold, New Zealand drew with Italy. And Richie, being Richie, he not only has a big heart, but a big girth to go with it, so you don't understand what a challenge this would be. 57 kilometres on the odometer, set about honouring his word. But he took it one step further. He started a charity with the help of his wife, Kay, his amazing wife, and his 2 beautiful daughters, Brooke and Jess, and some other close mates. He formed 4Tracks4Kids. And later that year, he commenced his first walk, and he made it. I didn't think he would, Acting Deputy Speaker, but he made it. He got the help of TVN, Toyota, the Australian Turf Club, some high-profile personalities, and I've now done this with Richard and the team 3 or 4 times, and my father has very kindly donated to all his wonderful causes. But he had people of the ilk of Daniel Gill, the world middleweight boxing champion, who obviously walked the 57 kilometres a lot easier than Richie and myself. Johnny Ruffo would be known to a lot of our younger female members of Parliament, and my daughters especially, as a famous home and away actor, a singer, you name it. Lovely, lovely guy. A heap of jockeys and trainers came and put the shoulder to the wheel. So far in the years that he's done it, he's raised $3 million. And the best thing about this charity is every cent goes to the front line. Through the hard work of Kay, his daughters, Richie and his board, nothing in administration costs. Predominantly to the children's hospital networks through New South Wales. This year was particularly important, and with next week fast approaching, obviously a big week of horse racing, it was renamed for the year the Walk for Nathan, in honour of Nathan Berry. Nathan Berry tragically died in April, was married 2 months, got married in February, died 2 months later, was jockeying in Singapore of Norse syndrome, a very rare form of epilepsy. In fact, he's the first ever to die from it in this country. And he leaves behind his beautiful wife Whitney of 2 months, as well as his twin brother Tommy, who's also a jockey and was also walking on this day for us. We raised $500,000 on the day. You walk down, Richard's got it well organised. The ATC give us the finishing straight at Randwick Racecourse, and we walk down in between races there. We do a big check presentation, we do some media, and then when you think you've just got the 57 Ks nailed, you turn around and you have to walk up this never-ending hill because the children's hospital is at the top of the racecourse, beyond the back straight. And just what you don't need after stopping at the end of 57 Ks is to restart and walk another kilometre up a hill. But do what we do. The people at Darley open up their doors afterwards for a big barbecue, all at their cost, and it's well and truly a great place to be to have a beer. A lot of other wonderful personalities, but to Tommy Berry, a special mention. Next week is obviously starting on Saturday, Derby Day. Will be a very emotional week because last year him and his brother were both riding the big races for this week. But this week he'll do it alone. And I know we've seen some amazing scenes in racing. You cast your mind back to Damien Oliver crossing the line, winning the Melbourne Cup, and a few weeks after his brother had been killed. But this will be another one of those occasions. I'd like to pass my best wishes to Whitney, his wife, his beautiful wife. I hope that this week holds many fond memories for you. To Tommy, I wish you good luck. To Richard, to Kay, to Brooke and to Jess, to all involved with 4Tracks4Kids, wonderful initiative. Long may it last. Long may you raise truckloads of dollars. And if anyone's interested in the story of Nathan Berry, I know that Tara Brown is doing a story on it this Sunday night on 60 Minutes. Thank you, Acting Deputy Speaker.
I thank the member. The question is that the motion be